Hey everyone, Dale here with Pacific Sun Technologies. So in today's video, I kind of wanted to discuss some key points in why you should consider going solar first before doing other home improvements at your house. And it really revolves around the idea that if you make your home energy efficient and cost effective, in turn, what you'll end up with is free money to, put into those other types of improvements, whether it's a bathroom remodel, a kitchen remodel, a living room remodel. Maybe you want to redo the flooring in your entire house. If you do solar and then do some other energy efficient improvements first, you really free up some cash to do those other improvements. It's really in your best interest. So I wanted to show a project that we had going on at our house. My wife and I have worked diligently on making our home as energy efficient as possible. There's still a lot of things to do, but since we've been able to eliminate our electric bill and keep our gas bill very low, we now have the ability to reallocate funds into other projects. Now for us, we have this gorgeous atrium that's right in the middle of our home, and there's a built-in spa. It needed to be redone. The plaster was just really bad when we purchased the home, and that was a project we knew was going to happen. But instead of doing that project first, we took our money and invested it into a solar system. And so that has helped us drastically reduce our electric bill. But that wasn't where we stopped. The building envelope for the home was pretty poor as well, and that's tied to the windows and the doors. So the next big project that we took on was replacing all the windows and the doors in the house to low E energy efficient windows and doors. Now we went with Milgard. I did a lot of research. There's a lot of different products out there. We did new construction windows, not retrofits. I wanted that nice tight building envelope. You don't quite get that with a retrofit. Now if you're on a budget, retrofits are great, but for us, the wood windows that we had, putting these new windows right on top of these warped wood panels was not going to do us any justice. So we had to spend the extra money and basically install new construction windows and open up the walls inside and out. It was a big project, but well worth it because my goodness, those windows with the solar has dramatically reduced the usage of our air conditioner. I can actually show data from last year during a massive heat wave, where we're reaching 100 degrees, and you can see my consumption is crazy high. And then you look at this year for a similar period and temperature condition, and our consumption is almost half. It is basically half. It's more than half. So big difference in putting solar on your roof because now the heat's not directly passing through, and then upgrading the windows and the doors so when the air conditioner is running, that air isn't escaping. We've taken it a step further before we started our pole remodel, and we installed an attic fan. The attic fan, all that's doing is just running and pushing hot air out of the attic. So that way that attic always has some airflow occurring. And that basically keeps our attic at a temperature around 80 degrees. At least that's what I've noticed on like really hot days. We haven't had a lot of hot days just yet this summer, but so far what I've been seeing is that attic fan is keeping the attic below 80 degrees. I think the highest I've seen it was like 84. That's a big improvement over what it was last year where it was topping over 120 degrees. So we've literally shaved off 40 degrees in the attic. The next big endeavor is to install the attic insulation. We have moved some stuff around and added some insulation in there, but it's still nothing of what it needs to be. We really want to get it up to like an R38, R42, which we're looking at about 16 to 20 inches of insulation. There's some different products out on the market. We haven't quite decided on which one we're going to go with. I'm leaning more towards Owens Corning on their pink fiberglass because it seems to be a really good type of product. And the alternative would be a cellulose, which is kind of like a shredded paper. I'm still doing my research on that. I'll be sure to give you some information on which might be better for your particular situation. So be sure to subscribe to the channel for when I do that video. But basically, these three things have allowed us to go from a $250 electric bill on average, sometimes those, $400 or $500, and bring that electric bill down to zero. Like we ended last year with a negative $300 bill. So we had plenty of room to still use more energy. And that's why some of these improvements are so important to do in conjunction with your solar. Now, our next big project is going to be the kitchen. That's one of our bigger remodels. But again, if you're looking to remodel your kitchen, you're re-looking to model your bathroom, and you're still paying for electricity, be it even $200, that's too much. It really is. So you really need to consider purchasing or investing realistically in solar, because that's what you're doing. You're investing in your home on something that's going to have a value. You're really going to see a return for that money that you can reallocate, whether it's into a savings account, a retirement account, or back into your home for other projects like my wife and I have done. Trust me, we all want nice homes and we all want to, keep it up with the times. But making your home energy efficient first, I think, is the most valuable piece. Now, talking about my spa, it was a unique experience. So we had to take our plaster all the way out. This was an original spa built with the home in the 80s, and the plaster was shot. It wasn't, it was just no good. So they had to jackhammer that all out. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I really thought it was going to be a ton of debris. I didn't take any footage of the jackhammering because it was just, they're just chipping it away. But you can see how the plaster walls end up with. We did a pressure test on all the lines, made sure everything was good. Everything came back well, holding pressure really well. We upgraded some of the jets so that way they have little balls in them, so that way they can be directed accordingly. And then, yeah, they put in the plaster. Now, we went with a white plaster. Obviously, you can get it in different colors, but we had discussed blue, white, and then gray. We felt the white would look the cleanest with kind of the theme that we had going on in our atrium. We have that green wall that we've installed. We have some 3D paneling we're also going to be putting in there to help dampen for acoustic reasons. But all in all, I'm really thrilled with what we were able to achieve in this little area, and it honestly was well worth it. So if you're looking to get a pool later on, again, this is one of those things. Get solar first, improve the efficiency of your home before you make some of these other improvements. It's really worth it because you're freeing up cash for these other investments within your house. And at the end of the day, if you tie all those improvements together and you've built an energy efficient home and you've had solar on it and you've modernized it with some great improvements, you've added a tremendous amount of value, to the overall home. And that's going to pay off long term for you. So it's a great time to go solar, definitely with the heat wave we're projecting for this year. So if you're interested in getting a quote, please visit us online. We'd love to have you as a customer.